going on YouTube? This is a Team Takeover. We have a deck profile for you guys. It's my Mystic Mind deck. I played it 2 weeks in a row. I topped locals both times, and so I figure it's just worth like showing my ratios and any text that we have in the deck. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know if you want us to do anything. We're trying to do more content, so bear with us. Yeah, right into it. The only 3 monsters I play in the deck is Mado Iwado. He's good because first or second, you play him, you play your cards, they can't play hand traps, or you normal him when when your opponent has established board and they just can't out this guy, they can't negate him because everything's just shut off as soon as he's normal. So the only way they could stop this guy is if they like solid warning him or judgment him. They have to like get rid of this guy as soon as he hit board because just shuts everything off. So he's great going second and first. So you play 3 of them. He also helps your mind be live first turn. So you activate mind, normal this guy. At the end of your turn, he won't be able to activate his effect to come back to hand. So you have a monster and mind will stay on the field. So yeah, it's pretty nice. It's 3 only monsters we play. I played 3 Dark Ruler more in the main. This card is like amazing in this deck because if you happen to go second, if you can activate this card, your opponent, and a lot of times your opponent will let you pot a duality because they don't, they don't want to stop that card. That card doesn't really do much. So if you see this card, and that's it, you grab this and then you'll just Dark Ruler and then it just can't really do much. So then you can just activate your mind and your cards that you want to draw cards, whatever you want to do. But most important, you want to activate that mind past turn and start, establishing control of the game. So Dark Rulers are really good in this deck. That you played 3 of the win condition, Old Man with the Cauldron, or whatever it's called, Cauldron of the Old Man. Yeah, this card is pretty funny, but yeah, you just burn your opponent each standby. Well, standby phase, it gains a counter, and then you burn your opponent for 300 for each counter that's on it. So it just keeps increasing. They keep burning more and more each turn. So eventually it just dies. So it's very slow and excruciating, but yeah, it's your win condition. Draw cards, you play 3 of the extravagant. If I had prosperities, I would probably play 2 of these guys and 3 prosperities. But yeah, I would still play both of them. You kind of just want to see draw cards. But yeah, 3 of these guys, still good. So 3 of those guys, 3 duality. Again, this card's great because you can still duality underneath either one of them. So if you activate extravagant, you can still duality. If you activate prosperity, you can still duality. So this card is definitely like keep it at 3. So yeah, I would probably cut these 2 and play the pot of prosperities, and then I'll probably cut 1 extravagant. Yeah, and play 3 of those because I mean this card demise is good late game. It's not really good going first, I noticed, because you play this, like you play all your cards turn 1, and then if you play this, like pretty much you're gonna only have 1 more like spot to put a card down from the 3 cards you draw. You're gonna be dishing out 2 cards turn 1, so it's good late game. So I mean it's good as a 1-of, but I'll probably cut it for prosperity. Yeah. So draw cards, protection cards is a field barrier. This card is good, man. I know it's like a double-edged sword, but man, if you can get this on field with Mystic Mind and like some kind of protection card, to me that's pretty much game. Like every time I've got this on the field, and just to throw it out there, almost every duelist I played at 2-0'd, I only went to like game 3 with like maybe like 2 or 3 people, and that's out of like the 2 weeks in a row that I played at locals. Yeah, this is just game like this, some kind of counter trap to protect this, or mind, whatever. And then because the only way they can out it once this is up on the field is with cosmic or like some kind of card that banishes that's not a monster effect. So like that's really hard. Cosmic is usually the only thing, so you just keep your counter for that cosmic, you pretty much just win. And God forbid you open up one of these, the prohibition, because then you just call cosmic. Usually if I have field barrier, I'll just call cosmic, and then there's no way to really out that because they're only out to mystic is pretty much just done. So yeah, prohibitions, main and 3 of these is really good. 1 terraforming, so you can get to mystic. 3 of these guys, so you can get to mystic. And 3 mystic minds. I mean, this card's busted. A lot of people are butthurt playing this deck. I mean, I don't know. It's, to me, I tell people it's almost the same thing. If you're gonna build a crazy board that I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, I'm doing the same thing with just way less effort. You know what I mean? I'm just setting up a board the same way you're setting up a board, just way less effort. So I don't know. I'm just, the whole point is to just not let your opponent play Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. That's what it seems like these days. So yeah, 3 of these guys, yeah, it just helps you win the game. Every deck that's playing Mystic Mind should be playing 3 Judgments and 3 Dark Bride. One of these guys, this is definitely mandatory. You should be playing this if you're playing Mystic Mind. That's just my opinion. But this is gonna get you Mystic Mind. As soon as your opponent summons 1 monster, Dark Bride, and the it's all protection cards. You need to protect Mystic Mind. That's the whole point of the deck. Yeah, and the spice. What's the Scoldens, whatever they're called, but these are the spice, and they're really nice. I didn't play them the first week, but the second week I did play them. One of my teammates brought it back to my attention. I did read the card the first time, and I guess I just didn't read into it correctly, and I was like, oh, this card's bad in this deck, but he like read it correctly for me. He was like, no, this card's good in this deck, and he's right. Like, yeah, it's just another protection card, and you could just like activate it last. Like, that's his restriction. Like, his restriction, you can't activate this if you have another set card. So like, you know, whatever your set card is, or just don't have another set card, right? Like, you have your protection card, you have mine up or whatever. So just make sure like it's by itself, or make sure you activate your other card first. So if it's like a judgment, so or the first thing they do, you want a judgment, and then you'll leave Scolding for last. So Scolding is like super free as long as you just leave it for last. So I don't know, it's just busted, and it just worked out so well. Yeah, this was the spice. So that's that. The extra deck doesn't matter. I mean, tokens, Rick and Morty. Yeah. It doesn't really matter your extra deck. I played a bunch of Awakening the Dragon on targets because I was like thinking about playing that. I played these guys because I was thinking about doing a Numeron kind of like engine, but I don't know. I'm like messing with things. I kind of like the way it's built now, so I don't think I would add those things, but I just needed filler, so that's those. And then for the side deck, 3 Twin Twisters. Your worst matchup is gonna be like back row heavy decks, maybe like Sky Strikers, Eldritch, stuff like that. Just like decks that are also control. So you just blow them out the park with Twin Twisters. Or people try to like flip Imperial Order on you, or like anti-spell, like those cards hurt. So you gotta like Twin Twister, or even set these guys and just blow it away next turn. Heavy Storm Duster. 3 Evenlies. Again, just blow away back rows. I sided Indies. I don't like them going first, but I don't know. I'm torn. I might put them back in. I don't know. It's just, they're just not, I don't know. I don't like them going first, so I put it in going second, and it worked out somewhat, but then I kind of missed them sometimes going first. I don't know. It's very torn between these, so we'll see what happens, but 2 of these guys are really good too. So like, again, same thing as your back row removal, Sky Strikers, you know, any face-up card, you know, just keep popping Sky Strikers. If your opponent's playing Dinos, just anything that's going to give you a token or make it hard for you to play, again, you could just out them and just keep popping face-up cards. So this card's really good. The one-ofs, Red Reboot, and Harvey Feather Duster. So that is all. So that's the deck profile. Let us know what you think about it. Try it out if you like. To me, I think it's fun. It's a very salty deck. Not a lot of people want to play me, but it pulls wins, and it's just so much less effort. If you're one of those people that just don't feel like doing so much combo, like I don't play so many decks like that with combos, and you just feel like just controlling board and just winning that way. I mean, there's something. So the Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, Konami made the cards, so we're gonna play them. But yeah, that's the deck profile. Yeah, hope you like it. Take care.